Welcome to the NYXUS podcast. Your host, Melanie Nix, hasn't changed. I'm still here. We're here tonight with the boys from Crimson Asphalt. What's up, guys?
What's up?
What's up? Good to see you.
Good to have you
Happy to
guys.
be here.
Introduction, please. Let us know what you do in the band. Who are you? Where you guys from?
I'm Damien. I'm lead vocals and the guitar player in the band.
I'm Jesse. I'm a bass player, do a little bit of vocals. And I'm Darren D-Mob. I play drums.
Well, welcome, guys. It's good to have all three of you here tonight. Good to
We're
have you
glad to
out
be
of the
here.
hospital. And
Yeah.
We're good.
I have the exclusivity of having him right after his hospital trip. How's that?
It's true. You're the very, very first person to have us since I got back.
Good to have you back. Hope everything will keep going great for you.
Oh, yeah, hopefully.
As
Want to
long
see
as
you
it gets
back on the
into money, he
stage.
can go back.
We want to get you back on that stage as soon as we can because, you know. What's
I
up,
was
Matt?
so sad to miss the one this weekend.
Right, right. Matt is my audio engineer. He is here tonight with us. What's up, Matt? Anger Overdose in the house. Let's see.
Nice.
Crimson Asphalt. How did the name come about?
Well, it stems from a tragic car accident on Christmas Eve of 2020, actually.
Damn. Okay.
Yeah.
It happened on our road. And the road was just completely covered in blood. And, as sad and as morbid as that was, when I finally got back to practice and got around the scene and everything, I was like, guys, I kind of named the band.
Yeah. We've been trying to think of a band name for months beforehand.
Absolutely. We were having a really hard time. At one point, we were going to be named after dirt. Like, it was.
Well, finding an original name for a band is always hard. Because then
It
you
is.
think you got the right name, and then you look online and there's 20 of them.
That was the other thing, is that no one really had it, with the exception of an obscure line of bicycle bearings in Denver, Colorado.
Mhm.
And I feel like we're after different cross sections of the market than they are.
I think
But
you
that
guys are
being said,
safe.
down the road, if they want, to do some kind of collaboration, we're open to that because, we all have kids. Our kids ride bicycles. Those bicycles need bearings.
Just skateboard bearings.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you guys can hear mine right now whining about his tablet.
Yeah.
It is the chicken nugget code. It was invented during the Anger Overdose episode. He just pops in once in a while. He's like a tiny co-host.
There you go.
Wonderful.
Anger
Do you
said
have to pay him?
sponsor. I pay him in chicken nuggets.
Perfect. You know what? If he ever quits, that sounds like a pretty good deal.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll come interrupt me once in a while so I could pay you in chicken nuggets.
Whatever gets me to the chicken nuggets.
Damn, sounds good to me. There we go. We got
Guys,
somebody
you're gonna have
ready
to find a
work
new
for
singer.
chicken nuggets. What's the story behind the band? How'd you guys get together?
Well, this guy and I have been friends since we were about 14. And when we first hung out, we did form a band, and it lasted about 6 months and was really, really good, but it never played a show. And we split off for about goddamn 25 years playing in different bands. This guy, meanwhile, I think he was like 4 at that point. So fast forward quite a bit, and he was jumping around different bands. Fuck, there were a lot of them, weren't there?
Well, no, they were just. I started out in internal damnation with my brothers, and then that kind of, turned into, drugs and alcohol and shit. And then we moved on from that project, and we started the Method of Madness project for a bit with my brother again. And then from that band, we moved on to the Army of Dogs. And then from that band, the bass player introduced me to these two guys here. So we all still jam. We all still hang out. We consider ourselves the Asphalt Army. And yeah, it's all about making killer tunes.
I mean,
So,
that's
it's
pretty
a-
cool.
Yeah, so the bass player introduced me to these guys, and the rest is history. Right?
Yeah,
And
he was our drummer. I think 1 gig later.
Yep.
What's funny was I didn't know about this guy, and it turns out my mom and his mom are actually really good friends for like a long time,
Yeah.
and we just didn't really know about each other.
We just never.
Never met.
you never know what could happen. You never know who
Yeah.
you're close to. I mean, quick story. I met my dad when I was 18, and I was
Really?
actually in school with one of my cousins on my dad's side, not knowing that we were cousins.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
Yeah, when we met each other, we were like, "Oh fuck," you know, like, "Wow,
Wow.
that's a trip."
That's cool.
How would you guys define success as artists?
When Weird Al covers your music.
I know we were just talking about
Yes.
it.
If Weird Al does a parody of one of our songs, I would say that would be like the highest.
Level of success.
Yeah.
Um, I think for us, we knew that we were onto something the first time we put on YouTube with captions, and during one of the intros of our songs, the little caption read "music."
Music.
You know, it wasn't unintelligible noise, it wasn't gibberish, it said music. So we knew right then and there we'd at least crossed that threshold.
There we go. When YouTube can't even recognize whatever you're trying to do, I mean, you just fucked with AI. I love it. I fucking love it. I hate AI. There's something about AI that makes me very nervous and anxious. So I'm glad you guys
Keeping it
fucked
real.
it up like that. Yeah, fuck AI. Do you guys have any collaboration plans?
Actually, yes. So I'm going to be singing on a Divine Curse song on their new album. I've also taken on covering their vocal duties live for a couple of shows while they're looking for another singer. And we have kind of a really interesting cover that we're looking to do on the 28th in Toronto at a place called Tale of the Junction. We're playing the Haunting Hill Bash, which is us, Zero State, Dead Roots, Stuck in Neutral, and Dawn Valley, as far as I know. And us and Stuck in Neutral are going to be sort of forming a super band for one song at the end of our set. And we're going to be covering Sober by Tool.
Oh, very nice. Nice song. I love that
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
You guys are from Canada.
Yes, we certainly are.
There we go. I'm in North Carolina right now, but I am originally from Quebec.
Oh, cool.
Oh, no, right on.
Yes.
We're in Niagara,
Yeah.
Ontario.
About a half hour, 45 minutes from Niagara Falls.
Not too far. I was in Montreal. So
Nice. I've been there a few times.
big
La
city.
Belle Provence.
Yes. Was big city. Now I live like in country land. Like it's quiet. There's animals everywhere, not just concrete everywhere. It's pretty cool. All right. What happened? I just lost my sound, and I can hear myself in echo. That's really weird.
How about that?
There we go. Perfect.
All
The
right.
echo's gone.
I see.
How would you guys describe your music?
Give us a second because our sound just went,
Really quiet.
yeah, really quiet. Let me make some adjustments here.
Yeah.
And that's why I have an audio engineer.
Yeah. Come on.
Turn you up.
I'm trying here.
Oh. Punch it. That's what I do, anger. Fuck. I mean, he must have punched it too hard because he's gone. Like, oop. I can hear them on the other side. Like, I can't really hear them, but like in my head, like all the swearing and all the, what the fuck, you know? Hi. Hello. Oh,
There, I think we're back.
welcome back, guys.
Fantastic.
You better
Yes.
get now, kid.
Commercial break. Crimson Asphalt bearings.
Matt says, "Uh-oh, no, it's fine, Matt. That's why you're here. That's your job. You're gonna make all that like go poof before we put it on streaming platforms." See, I even forgot what I asked you guys. It's okay. We'll just go to another question.
Next question.
Yeah, next
It will come back. Let's have a fun question. If you guys could have a superpower, what would it be?
Let these guys go first.
Yeah. That's a pretty neat question. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't thought about something like that in maybe like, I don't know, 15 to 20
Yeah.
years. But
I know. I've always been a fan of the Incredible Hulk, so I'd go with something like that. Super strength.
that's badass. I feel like I'd probably want to fly. That'd be probably pretty dope.
I want Wolverine's healing factor.
Alright, that's a good one. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
Well, especially given my health from last year.
I mean, like I said, we wish you speedy recovery. Like it's never fun when you're dealing with your health issues, when you're, like, especially when you're doing music and you can't enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah. Well, you know what? It feels like the best medicine really is getting in front of people and playing our songs. When I see the crowd jumping up and down, the last thing I'm thinking about is any pain I'm in. I just want to give them a good show, And
Absolutely.
suddenly you're 20 years old again.
Right? The level of energy you feed off the crowd, and you just... It's a beautiful thing. Mike Stover in the house. Mike also has a podcast. He does interviews. Wink, wink. If anybody's interested, hit him up. Mike says that is by far the coolest background I've seen in an interview.
Thank you very much, Mike.
Thank you.
Isn't it?
Probably one of the more expensive backgrounds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a few like that. I've had a few, and I was like, "Oh wow, beautiful guitars." He was like, "That's nothing. You should see the other walls over there." And I was like,
It's true, actually. This is only
Walls.
one corner. The whole studio's lined.
Yeah.
See, I'm not lying. That's what happens when you see this behind them. Never be fooled. There's a lot more.
That's right.
around the
That's
room.
absolutely right.
Let's see. Anger was paying attention. Describe your music. That was a question.
Mm.
Well, I would say our music is probably,
Sludgecore.
yeah, it's like mid-tempo aggressive metal. It's not like necessarily death metal, but it does have elements borrowed from death metal. It's not metalcore, but it's definitely got metalcore elements to it.
When I first met these guys, we threw a lot of punk into it.
Yeah, there's definitely a huge punk influence. We actually consider ourselves a punk band, although the world has kind of labeled us a metal band, and all the shows that we get asked to play are always metal shows. So we kind of had to accept that we may have misgenred ourselves.
Metal with a punk influence. I mean, the metal genres right now, the metal subgenres is I think is the biggest subgenres of all the categories.
Probably.
So
Yeah, I think we like to be a lot more diverse and just kind of be ourselves instead of any other genre that we're kind of aiming for.
Yeah, there's not really a whole lot of thought put into that as much as we just start playing.
Yeah, just more soul.
it's the best thing to do is not to put yourself in a box. Just be who you are, and
Yeah, and that's
enough,
it.
enough people will put you in boxes. Don't do it yourself.
Amen to that.
Good
That's why
question. The song it's
I changed the question from what genre are you to, how would you describe yourself? Because the genre question is like, but since we spoke about your music, let's take a few minutes and listen to, I just love the name of the song, Throat Punch.
Oh, yeah.
Where does it come from? What's the story of the song? Quickly,
Very
before we go
significant
in.
story.
So, a couple years back when my daughter was still only 9, my younger brother decided to get her drunk. And I began having the conversation with him about it by punching him in the neck. And it progressed from there. If you can understand the lyrics, you'll understand the song.
Here we go. Let's listen to Throat Punch. We'll be right back, guys.
These are overdone. I think you did create a fuck you.
You're a little bit up.
We're back. Crimson Asphalt. Throat punch. Love it. Fucking love it. It's brutal. It's heavy. And I can see the punk influences, but I can see why they class you into metal. I mean, it's...
Yeah,
It's sludgy.
hard to ignore.
The breakdowns are there. The you know...
That was such a fun week, too.
Yeah, it was good.
We almost did a premiere.
And sorry for the weird faces while the music was playing. It was nothing to do with the music, but I got attacked by my cat.
Oh, yeah.
First time she does that in a long
You know
time.
what?
She
People
just
make
jumped.
weird faces when we play all the time. They're used to it.
It's a bass face.
Myself included.
It's a bit of a hard breed, hate breed breakdown.
Thanks.
Thank you, Anger.
Sorry, got distracted. The dog, the kid. My God, there's a lot of thing going on here. Let's see. Do you guys come from a musical family, or are you guys like the odd one out of the bunch?
I'm definitely the only musician in my family.
My brother and I played, but we never had anybody else in our family that played any instruments, so we picked it up.
Yeah, my side of the family was like my mom's side of the family. They're from Newfoundland. It's kind of like out that way, Nova Scotia area and whatever. So a lot of them like to jam out acoustically, but other than that, me and my brothers are the only ones that really picked up music big time.
Well, internally, we had all three of you.
All three of us were in it. So me and my brothers, yeah.
Yeah, I'm first gen musician in my family.
I
The kids-
picked it up really young.
Yeah. Are the kids getting into it? Like you guys?
My son always is on the drums. He's to the point where he's annoying the fuck out of everybody with it. I got an electric drum set up at home, and he beats the Christ out of them. So
My son
he's all over it.
plays keyboard. He picked it up by ear, and the kid is just amazing at what he's playing. He's usually playing all the theme songs for his video games, whatever he's playing, getting into like all these different Mario or Sonic the Hedgehog theme songs, and he's picking up. He crushes them. Like I'm like, wow, how do you even do that? He
That's
can't tell me. He
amazing.
just did it by ear. He's like,
Yeah.
just did it.
My daughter thinks she's a better singer than me.
There you go. I mean, it's. I love the confidence, though. You know what I mean?
Right?
Like our kids are like, like mine started playing drums. She's in band at school, and now she's starting to sing. So I'm like,
Oh, good. Yeah, you need a lot of confidence to get in front of
Okay.
people with a microphone.
yes. Yeah, but she's the very shy type, so I'm very proud because she's just like, I'm gonna do a talent show. I'm gonna sing. And I was like, I mean, go for it. Like.
Yeah.
Sorry for the surprise. I mean, nothing bad against, I was like, I'm just surprising, but yes, go,
Absolutely.
Anger said badass, got mini overdose on bass.
Nice.
The kids are loving it. We got a drum set for our daughter. It's in the building, so whenever she wants to go, she can go and she doesn't disturb anybody. It's a back building.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Yes, Sarah's adding you guys to the playlist. What's up, Sarah?
Cool.
Let's see. It's fun question for me. Usually my guests are like, really? That sucks. That's mean. I place an evil curse on you right now. For the rest of your life, you can only listen to one song. What song would it be?
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, that's heavy. Yeah,
That's happy.
give me a second to think about that.
Yeah, no kidding. Give me a second to really think. That's deadly though. I don't know. I feel like that's serious torture. How could you do that to somebody?
How do you make something you love something you hate?
Yeah.
I mean, somebody found a loophole, so
Well, I don't understand German, so I'd probably pick a Rammstein song. I think.
have you heard the latest one? It's
No.
called Azure. It's, I mean, just go YouTube it, watch the video at the same time. It's
Cool.
incredible.
Will do.
The guys are laughing because it's an evil question.
I think mine would probably be Before the Hangman's Noose by Devil Driver.
No kidding.
I could listen to that song on
That's
repeat forever. Never run out of joy listening to that song. Just, it's a good song for driving. It's a good song for working. It's a good song for, just any kind of demolition you need to do at any point.
Yep.
You can work out to it if you need to. Fortunately, I was blessed with good genes, terrible stomach problems, so I don't have to worry about working out.
Well, if it's the song that never ends, maybe we should just pick that one.
Ooh. Oh. I don't think I'd ever turn on your radio. Let me
No.
put it that way. Somebody told me an instrumental song because that way they could always create a new melody or put new lyrics to the song. And
Yeah.
It's good thinking.
there's the
Yeah,
loophole. Sorry, Matt. Still not your song. Matt's waiting for Bat Out of Hell from Meatloaf. I don't think we'll ever get it.
From Meatloaf.
A anger overdose says putting on the Ritz. Oh, Lord,
that's-
Lord.
Oops, here goes another rubber tree.
Yeah.
That would work.
If I was going to choose one, it would probably be Tommy the Cat by Primus.
There you go.
Good choices.
Because I've listened to it a million times, I still can't play it.
And you're still okay with listening to it. Like there's songs like that. I don't know if I'd be able to do it for my whole life, but in this moment, "Whore" is like
Oh yeah,
a song that I don't really get tired of. Probably if I'd have to listen to it over and over, I'd probably be like, enough now. But so far so good. Um, Anger
Maybe I
says
would pick like
Claypool is a
Okay.
monster.
yes, he is. He
Uh,
needs to be stopped, but at the same time, he needs to be protected at all costs.
let's see. Mm, if you guys could create your own tour, like your own lineup for a tour, including Crimson Asphalt, what would it be? Let's put you guys at 2 bands each.
2 bands each.
Yeah, you're creating your own tour, so you're gonna have 7 bands, including you.
Sounds like fun.
yeah, yeah, sure.
What?
I'd probably go with Amon and Mars for one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was gonna take that one. Yeah.
Well, there's one.
Well, fuck, there's one, buddy. And yeah, man. As far as like up our alley too, right?
hmm
Um,
Well, you got to remember, it's got to be good for the fans.
oh yeah. There's so many ones that you would like love to just jam with, and
Yeah.
mean-
Let's just kind of pick one out of a hat.
yeah, no kidding. I'd say Opeth.
There you go. So we've got a Marth, Opa. I'm gonna go ahead and say fucking Pro Sector. You got to get those boys on.
Yeah.
They're sick.
That's a for sure.
Out of our local scene here, they're one of the greatest bands to watch and listen to live.
Yeah, they've probably been the heaviest band we've played with so far.
Yeah.
Love those guys. Super nice guys too. And like if I can pick any famous band I think would line up, we'd probably I hear Gojira a lot
Yeah, that's
from
it.
people.
I'm glad you picked
Yeah.
that because that would have been my other go-to.
Like
I'm
I
loving them these days.
it's funny because I've never listened to them in my entire life. And
Yeah.
no offense to fans of
Oh,
them or
no.
anything like that. It just never came across my radar.
Yeah.
I write a lot of the riffs for the band.
Well,
People tell me, "Oh man, that riff reminds me of Gojira hardcore." I'm like, "Who's that?"
and don't you worry, we'll be listening to some after this because you need to fucking used to that. It's great.
Yeah, we'll get
I
there
mean,
one day.
there's so many great bands out there. It's hard to know them all, to have listened to them all. I mean, just since I started this podcast, it's incredible. In the indie world, I didn't think there was that many bands out there, and oh my god, the amount of bands, the amount of talent out here is, whew,
It's
like,
crazy.
Oh, here in Southern Ontario, we are fucking blessed, man. We have like one of the best and tightest knit local metal scenes. We've got Don Valley, Divine Curse, Pro Sector, Cryophilic, Evil Villain, Omnivert, Attest, like so many amazing bands that we've been fortunate enough to gig with and have become really good friends with over the course of the last year.
So
It's great because every town you go to, there's at least someone you know, right? Once you get in
How's-
touch with the other bands,
Yeah.
it just it makes the whole gig experience a lot more fun.
absolutely. How's the scene
Oh.
down where you guys are?
Wicked. I mean, we're
uh,
really close to Toronto, so there's a really vibrant music scene. It's not what it was in say 99, 2000
Yeah.
when we had NYXUS on fire here and everything was.
yeah. London wasn't too bad.
Oh,
London was pretty good.
we were supposed to go to Windsor today, which was on Sunday,
Yeah.
but unfortunately, I still can't sing. Well, I say sing, but quotation marks.
Yes. Yeah.
That noise that I make, I can't make it right now.
No, you need to be careful. You need to make sure
Take some
you
diaphragm.
recover.
Oh, it comes all the way from the bottom of my feet to do that. I can sing right now. If we were a lighter band, I could probably play live right now. But to make that noise at all comes from the bottom of my heels and out the very top of my head. It takes every muscle in me.
Yeah.
We want to make sure that when we do get back on stage, it's the right way. We
Well, you
never
want
want
to
to give
have
anybody a half a show.
absolutely. That's what I was gonna say. You want to have your energy. You want to be able to fully give people what they came for.
Well, it
I
turns
mean,
out years of giving 120% a night, sometimes 4 nights a week, you end up at past zero. And that's how I keep ending up in the hospital.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
worth it. 100% worth it. I'd put myself in the hospital to entertain people 5,000 more times.
So are we still on?
Yeah, you got two more.
Yeah, I still got two bands. I'd say let's go with After the Burial
Oh, nice.
and
Butter. Cardboard.
yeah, we butter the bread with butter would be great.
Yes. I think that's unanimous.
Yes, that's a unanimous decision right there.
That's a pretty impressive lineup right there.
I was gonna say we were gonna make that.
Are there tickets? Like, I would buy tickets to that.
Yeah, right.
It's incredible the tours that the bands come up with. Like it's and sometimes it's bands like that I've never heard of. I love keeping pen paper because I'm always constantly writing, learning, and music is never ending. Your knowledge that you can acquire, everything. Anger Overdose says nothing beats 1999.
No, it really doesn't. That was such a crazy year for music. I was lucky enough to be playing shows back then.
Yeah.
It was just.
And going to a show is still affordable.
Well, we've been trying all summer, and we've been working hard with promoters to keep ticket prices down because of the economy. A lot of the shows we played this year were $10, and you get 5 or 6 bands for that.
Yep.
And it really is just an attempt on our part as the entertainment industry to try and get people back out after the pandemic, because shows are pretty much the scariest thing people can think of in terms of if you're scared of germ transmission. Like, a mosh pit doesn't sound great.
No.
And
But-
there's one of those at every one of our shows.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, there's always a mosh pit.
I
Robo,
mean,
like
Oh, yeah, there was a word.
rolling pits, that searching. Yeah, you name it, it's happening now.
I mean, it's the energy. It's the way people let out their frustrations without hurting other people purposefully, because obviously you're in the pit,
it's
get ready to get hurt.
Well, that's why crowd killing is so dangerous, and we don't really recommend that at our shows.
Right.
No, I don't want somebody to get hurt at one of our shows by
Yeah.
somebody that's just because you're getting into it doesn't mean you can just go around hurting people.
We have some smaller fans. We have some great big.
Well, yeah,
Like, you don't want to see anybody end up in the hospital because they went to a metal show.
well, and then
Right.
they didn't get to enjoy our show because they had to go to the hospital.
Remember that girl at Jimmy Jazz?
Oh my
Oh,
god.
yeah, she
But
got
it-
dragged out by her ankles.
But it's
Yeah.
true though. Last show we went to, was it the last one or the one before? I'm losing count right now. We brought our 13-year-old with us.
Yep.
And she was in front of stage. We were watching Blackwater Drowning, and I had to put myself, like my body, between her and my girlfriend and this guy that was just too drunk, bouncing around.
Yeah.
It was like, what, 8 o'clock at night at that time, like 9 o'clock. So it was an all-day festival. So he'd probably been drinking all day. He was tanked, and elbows and knees and kicks, and I was like, if I don't put myself between me and him, if he ends up touching her, we're gonna have a problem.
But strong
So-
people don't put people down; they lift them up. So
That's right.
we like to lift everybody up at the show.
Absolutely, absolutely.
You fall down, everybody should come and help you back up so that you don't get trampled. It's usually growing up and going to shows was the atmosphere at almost every show I've ever been to.
Yeah.
And it would be nice if it was kept that way instead of this crowd killing where
Yeah.
Just roundhouse kicking little girls in the face, pretending it's
Right.
cool. Because it's really
No, it's really nice.
It
The
wasn't
metal
like
side
that.
guys were solid. They're always picking people in.
That's what I'm saying. It wasn't like that for us going to see shows. Like, I remember
No,
going to see
absolutely
metal
not.
shows like 15 years ago, and no way that nobody was trying to hurt nobody. And now, like you're saying, they're crowd killing. Like, in Roundhouse, like, since when are we doing karate on the fucking pit floor? Like, what is.
That was always a goal of mine, was to get to Japan, because I've done martial arts training a lot as a kid. And going to the mosh pit and seeing if they do ninja fighting there, because there are a lot of actual ninjas. So the mosh pit there has got to be deadly,
I just got this mental image. I'm
right?
sorry. Just a bunch of ninjas moshing, but like doing like karate stuff. And
You might have just come up with our second music video.
Yep. I think that's an idea we're writing down in the left-hand column here.
there we go. I mean, it would be very. I've never seen it, so find yourself a bunch of ninjas, and there you go.
The concept for our first video is pretty good too. It's for a song off the new one. It's going to be called Battle of the Bands, and the idea of the song is us being invited to play a battle of the bands and completely misinterpreting what they meant by battle. So we show up with giant axes and war hammers, and
Very cool.
none of the other bands ever make it out of the parking lot.
It ends with a bunch of Crimson Asphalt.
You guys
And,
started filming yet?
We've scouted a location, and we've scouted some co-stars. We've spoken to a bunch of the other local bands that we play with, and
Nice.
we want to get all of them to show up in their vans and, let us kill them.
Get annihilated. Yes.
Just absolutely, get a semi-truck run through their van. Just like, we don't fight fair. If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
I mean, you gotta win, right? Battle of the bands, so let's go.
It's a battle of the bands. They said battle.
Anger
So-
said everybody was kung fu moshing.
Yes. Yes. That's video too, right there.
Could that be a cover song?
I think
Yeah.
I think if Anger gets a hold of me later, we might be able to do some kind of collaboration.
There we go. That would be pretty. That would be pretty epic. That would be funny.
It's so cool how all the Facebook bands are doing collaborations right now.
It is
Yep.
crazy. It's nice to see the community working together.
Oh,
The bands-
absolutely.
The bands are doing. There's Shovel Monster. He collabs
There
with
they are.
everyone.
Nice.
He does. Yes, he does. But yes, it's nice to see everybody doing collabs together. It's crazy to see what comes out of it.
Absolutely. Anyone that wants to work with us, you just got to get a hold of us. Slide into those DMs.
There you go, guys. Anger's laughing. Shovel Monster's got an album dropping soon.
Yes,
Anger
they do.
Overdose has a song coming up.
Dead and
soon.
Gone, I'm pretty sure.
I mean, you guys can go and pre-save those for them. They would be grateful, I am sure. I can't wait to hear them.
Same. Well, we
I
bump
bet-
Shovel Monster in here all the time.
Oh, I
You
love
guys
my
are
Shovel
awesome.
Monster. See, I got my shovel right there.
Nice.
And they are also, they have a thing going. If they have so many saves, pre-saves, they're gonna draw like one of those little shovels there. They're
Oh,
pretty
nice.
cool. Same thing for Anger. Anger is giving out, I think, it's T-shirts with milestones on the pre-saves.
Oh, cool.
Little plugs for my friends that are here tonight. JT's in the house. Yes, check out Crimson
Nice.
Asphalt. Actually, JT, stick around, and right now, we're gonna play Scrambles. Scrambles is a song off of your next album, right?
Yes, it
Coming up,
is.
yeah.
And it's inspired by the band Death Clock.
Oh, very nice, very nice. That's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Yeah, right.
They just dropped a new album.
Oh, did they? I missed that
Yeah,
completely.
in the
I'm
new
gonna have.
movie.
I am definitely gonna have to check that out after this. Definitely. Anger said yes. So let's not wait any longer and let's listen to Scramble. We'll be right back, guys.
Here it is, without further ado, the world fucking premiere of our song Scrambles.
They want me to do something.
Come on. Keep right into you too. Oh yeah, that's still enjoying it.
That was awesome, guys. That was Scrambles from Crimson Asphalt. JT says those Dutch rolls are crispy.
Thank you very much, JT.
Crispy.
JT is Six Scars, who is also another name that you saw floating somewhere in the community.
Oh, absolutely. I know who Six Scars are. Shovel!
Atonal Ascent came in, said happy Friday, happy Friday. Good thing that it's Friday. It's nice
Happy
to have
Friday.
a weekend.
Yeah, indeed.
So
Waiting all week for it.
let's speak album.
All right. So Roadkill.
Roadkill.
In
What's going on? What's
December.
going on with the album? December?
December's the idea. We've got to go up to St. Thomas, which is about an hour and a half away, and our good friend Chris Costa, who's the bass player of Pro Sector and the band Endas, he's going to be producing it for us. It's going to be a marked upshift in quality of recording from our last one. Not to mention, I mean, it's got a real drummer on it, so that is already kind of a boost in quality. But going to a proper studio and having it all done professionally by someone whose resume speaks for itself, it's going to make all the difference, I think. It's amazing how much we've been able to accomplish just off self-recorded material so far. And we're really, really grateful for everyone that's, logged on to the Spotify, done the YouTube thing. We love all of you, but we definitely want to be able to put something a little higher end out for the people, because honestly, it gets to a point where the recording no longer represents the song that people are going to get live,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
And we want to give
absolutely.
people the best idea of what they're going to be seeing live when they turn on our recordings. That was the original idea behind doing it the way we did, was we wanted you to have the clearest picture of what you were signing up for. But turns out if you play like shows almost every weekend for a year, you get a lot better at your songs. So
I
they're
mean,
not
yeah,
the same songs anymore.
I could see how that can happen. I mean, it's nice to revisit. It's nice to be able to start, like you said, at home. A lot of people are doing home recordings,
Well,
and now
we
you.
formed during the pandemic. We didn't have much of a choice.
Yep. Yeah, I know. I know. I joined the band during the pandemic, which was I was still in Canada, and it was like international. So I was in Canada. The guys were at some places in the U.S. and like a lot of bands are too now, because that's all we could do in 2020. So
Yeah. Oh,
we
absolutely.
started a band. I mean, and then life started again, I'm
It's
still
taken a
doing it.
little while for everything to reboot. Yeah.
That's it. But now it's going. It's nice.
Yes, it certainly is. I don't understand how people are paying $80 a concert ticket for these like bigger bands. It's crazy,
$80. I mean,
and that's like cheap.
maybe for rock bands, but like if you look at the mainstream, really mainstream music, like Beyonce and Taylor Swift, I mean, we're talking thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
Thousands.
one day I'll get to see Taylor Swift, but it won't be today.
I'm good. I'm good. I can't. There's no. 80 is sadly the low end. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't remember what concert we were looking at, but it was
80s.
that. It was like
Yeah,
$100 was like the lowest price. And I was
that's
like that.
crazy.
Pantera cost me 35. Not too bad. No, that's a really good price.
How did you see Pantera? I heard there was a cover band going around, but I don't think Pantera is still playing. Aren't two members dead?
They were playing. They were supposed to be playing at Blue Ridge, but Blue Ridge was canceled. I think
Ah,
I think they played Louder Than Life.
okay. Well, you got to play something, I suppose. Louder Than Life looked like it had a crazy lineup.
Louder Than Life was crazy. Yes, it was really really good and successful. Uh,
That's what we're hoping to do next year. Is we're hoping to branch into the U.S. and play some of these festivals, get in front of bigger crowds. If there's one thing we've noticed since beginning to play shows, it's that it doesn't matter who the crowd is or what size it is, we can get them moving. So we're just eager to be in front of more people.
Conjure in the house. What's up, boys? Pantera Lamb of God was 60 here. JT
We
said,
played a show at the same time as them, and it was
32, so $35 in Knoxville.
no kidding. I've seen a lot of photos from their current tour. It seems like they're doing really good right now.
I mean, that's why I said metal and rock shows are still kind of affordable, but then you go into the mainstream and it's like, no.
They just don't want me to go see Taylor Swift. That's all it is. Because
Listen,
I'll start writing Taylor Swift sounding songs.
I'm
So they're
glad
pricing me out of it. Ability.
I'm glad my kids are not into Taylor Swift right now, because it would be costing me a lot of money.
Right?
My kid is into indie music. She likes discovering new bands, so for sure
Us
she'll
too.
be listening to you guys after. We brought her to her first metal festival this year. So
Oh, nice.
That's awesome.
Nice.
trying-
We're huge supporters of the indie scene out here. I mean, all the other bands that we've played with that I mentioned earlier, we go to almost all their shows whenever possible. Like even if it can only be one of us, we'll still go out and support to make sure that somebody's out at these local shows and that people aren't just playing to the bartender, because you have to support the scene that you're in. Otherwise, you can't expect the scene you're in to support you back.
And you heard it right there. That right there is, exactly it. You can't expect support if you're not going to support.
So you get what you give, right?
Life is reciprocal.
Where are they from? Canada.
Yeah, we're from Ontario, Shovel.
The land of the cold.
It's not that cold yet.
I miss the
We're still
snow.
enjoying. It's been rainy for the last couple of
Kind of
days.
missed.
Yeah. I just miss the snow. I don't miss shoveling it. I just miss the snow.
Your
Well,
temperature-
now you got a new shovel you could have used for it.
No,
Yeah.
no, it's bloodied up by the shovel monster. I cannot touch it. It's a piece
Sacred.
of collectible. Yes. It's part of my Halloween costume, little.
Well, that's what the band should do. Then they should just go around
Shoveling, shoveling stuff.
Dress up as big monsters and shovel.
Best promotion ever.
Man, if they lived here,
They've got lots of work. Yeah.
we could keep them in shows and work in the winter.
I mean, if they lived there, they could be like Shovel Monster, the band, and the Shovel Company, and then
Yeah.
Exactly. Oh, they could have plow trucks. It'd be awesome.
Oh, we need a close up now.
send
Oh, yeah.
shovels like that to everybody.
Oh, nice. Student will have a shovel guitar.
Yep.
Yeah,
One of the few I don't have yet.
little Shovel Monster guitar. It is
Yep.
fucking
It'd
amazing.
be like a ukulele.
I mean, it's when I saw that piece of merch, I was like, this is fucking brilliant. Like,
Oh yeah, sheer props to that. That's good marketing right there.
absolutely. JT says, I need to see Canada. Creates a bunch of quality fucking bands like yourselves.
Thank you.
There's
It's,
a lot of
It's really nice here.
Thanks, man.
there's a lot of great bands up in Canada that I can absolutely confirm.
We just don't have the same population of people to play in front of.
Well, that's it. You see shows in the States, even like smaller shows, and there's 5 times the amount of people because there are 20 times the amount of people in the country. So,
Like, Canada's only got what 38 or 39 million.
yeah, there are cities in the U.S. with more people than their entire country.
Yeah.
Yeah, really.
And you got busy metalheads out there that have got other obligations, so, they find time when they can, and,
Well, that's it. One of the hardest things is that, bookings usually fall on the same day for all the different bands. So, as much as we would love to go out and see our friends play certain nights, we can't because we're playing in a different town that night. You know what I mean? And sometimes it forms conflicts of interest because we've missed some shows we would have really loved to go see, but unfortunately, we had to go deliver the egg roll, as we say.
Well, you can't miss your show to go see somebody else's show.
Nope.
I mean,
There's very, very clear rules in our contract.
I guess there would be, yes.
We have to play our own.
I mean, but sometimes you need to cancel. Sometimes, like for your health,
That's the only reason we've canceled so far. This is the second show we've ever canceled in the history of the band.
Yep.
And both times were due to my health.
family medical emergencies. But that's what we're.
I mean, there's nothing you can't go around that. Even the big bands are taking breaks. I mean, sometimes the body's tired, the voice is tired. If you can't, like you said earlier, if you can't give it your all, if you can't give the public what they paid for, it's not worth the wait.
I can come out and say publicly, like, it's my kidneys that were the problem. Earlier this year, I had a bout with diverticulitis, which took me off the board for a minute too. But fortunately, I didn't miss any shows over that. But this kidney problem, I can't risk it. Unfortunately, I've had a long time problem with my kidneys, and it's just sort of acted back up this year. So we're taking it as easy as possible, not putting my life at risk in order to entertain, despite, it's one of those, the spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak kind of deals, where I would love to get up there and blow myself to pieces just to make people jump around. But unfortunately, it's just not viable. I can't do it.
I'm sure these guys wouldn't let you try,
No, they really wouldn't.
It's not worth it for one show. your fans will understand. It's
Yeah,
you
and
know.
Windsor's a long drip as well for us, and
Yeah, that's like 4 hours each way.
you know, so I mean,
That's a long car ride when every bump is killing your kidneys.
No, it's medically, it's better for you not to, and you're sending positive vibes your way. Um,
Appreciate it, dude. I'll be all
better,
right. I'm on the
better for
mend
you.
now. They let me go. They told me I'm gonna heal. So
Well, better
heal
for
I
you to
shall.
miss one show than to overdo it and to not be able to do it for months at a time.
That's exactly what the thinking was. Is you miss one, let the treatment finish its course, and then should be good to go for the show on the 19th in Toronto with
There
Out of
you go.
Spite, Evil Villain, and Scumbrella. It's going to be a crazy Halloween show.
JT says, constant warrior, my friend. I mean, that's going to be an amazing show.
Oh
Whoever
yeah,
can make it, it would be amazing to hear about it. Um, I
absolutely.
well we'll be
unfortunately
posting video.
am all the way down south, so I will not be making it up there in the next 2 weeks. No way. Uh, let's see. We're getting closer to the end of the episode. When I finish the interviews, I always have the same question, which brings you back to your childhood, to earlier days. So let's start going back a little bit towards there. If a song plays on the radio right now, what song brings you back to your childhood?
I'm gonna say uh, "Children of the Grave" by Black Sabbath. My dad used to play the record all the time.
That was the first song we ever played together. Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, mine would have been the song like Queen. For me.
Oh, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. It's a significant one for me. My dad was pulling off the highway. He had long fucking hair, and that part came on. He just started ripping his hair, ripping down the highway, down the freaking roundabout there. Me and my brothers in the truck with him, all squished together. Yeah, it's a fond memory of mine.
For me, it'd be Riverboat Fantasy by David Wilcox. Just my earliest recollections are of singing that song at like 3 years old, standing around on the table at my parents' house. I've always kind of had a flair for the entertaining.
A board performer.
That's it. And, my first instrument was at 5. I since it's amazing how great some of these guitar players are. Like Antonio Brad from Don Valley is a phenomenal player, and he's actually been alive less time than I've been playing guitar, and he blows my doors right off. Just he makes Van Halen look like he was trying to slow down and show you what he was doing. Like the kid's just crazy. So big shout outs to him and all the other crazy young musicians coming up in the scene, because wow, there's so much talent in the youth these days with the information age opening up the ability to have access to scales and
It
these guitar teaching programs that didn't exist when we were kids.
Everything, it's incredible, and they're picking up that information, they're picking up that knowledge. I had a young guest on my podcast a few weeks ago. His name is Wrecker Ians.
Mhm.
Check him out on YouTube, check him out on TikTok. The kid's 13 years old. He's a drummer.
Oh wow.
He drummer, guitar player, bassist, producer. He speaks Korean. He's an overachiever.
I don't
He
speak
is
great.
crazy. He is. I was like,
I
holy
yelled at
crap!
people.
You're 13. Like, at 13, I was just playing hockey and hanging out with my friends. You know what I mean? Like, I love you, JT. So it's like you said, it's nice to see the younger generation coming up.
Well, it's good to know music is in good hands moving
Absolutely.
forward.
It is. We've been having some younger guests here in their 20s and their
Awesome.
17, 18, and it's nice to see that the music is in great hands.
Yeah.
I got to play
Real
with
music. You know?
I got to play with a band of like 17-year-olds the other day,
Yeah.
called Bluff. They were opening a show for us in Toronto, and I was on my way out to do the last check of the van for equipment. And as I was heading out the door, the singer's like, "Damien, you want to come sing a song with us?" From the stage. I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake." And I get up there and they start playing Breed by Nirvana, and it was probably the most fun I've had on stage since I was his age. Like it was an absolute blast. Everybody loved it. Um, and little did they know they were fulfilling a dream of mine to play that song live that was older than they were. Like I've wanted to do that since before they were born. And thank God their parents met each other and liked each other because it finally happened. So
Yeah, it made it
thank you,
happen
Bluff.
for you.
Thank you, more importantly, Bluff's parents, because I feel like without you, that wouldn't have happened.
Right, right. It just wouldn't have happened. Growing up, we all have mentors, whether they would be people we know, people that we talk to, or strictly people that we see on TV or musicians. Who was one of you guys' biggest mentor growing up?
Musically,
Yes.
my older brother Jamie.
I didn't have that. I had to do it all on my own.
That's cool.
Nobody taught me any music. We would just pick up Guitar World magazines and noodle out the tab that they had written in the back of them, and we eventually learned how to play that way. So, as far as musically, like nobody taught me anything.
I gotta throw up love to Brad French. He showed me an awful lot of blues fundamentals, and not that I used them at all, but it was really critical at a certain time in my playing when I was using that kind of stuff all the time. I was in blues bands when I was much younger, where I was allowed to play what I wanted, and I immediately switched to metal. I would play these different blues bars, and I'd have to leave right after my set was finished and jump on right as I was going on stage. And it was like the only way I could do it because I was 13 and 14 years old. But he was definitely instrumental in a lot of my being able to play guitar and sing at the same time, which I don't think that I would be able to do had I not been coached by him. So he was a huge mentor. Other than that, I would say, like, in terms of playing, I looked up a lot to Kurt Cobain growing up. He was a real inspiration in that you didn't have to be a perfect guitar player to write a good song. It's an ethos I keep to this day. Like, I don't strive for perfection for my own sake. I strive to make the song the strongest it can be. I think is, in a lot of cases, better for the song. I never really sought to play guitar to be one of those look at me guitar players.
Yeah, it's about the song.
It's about getting the song out there and filling that air and making it happen.
You make an overcomplicated
Cool
song.
Yeah, it is hard.
To sound good.
Well, the more notes you throw into a song too, the more chance you have of it going wrong. We tend to write our songs so that no matter how drunk we get, we can still perform them. And that's how we have such a good record of live performances. We didn't make the song too complicated to play drunk.
I mean, like you said, Kurt Cobain never struck for perfection, never, but his messages were always clear. His music
Absolutely
still resonates with children today. My 11-year-old's friend had a Nirvana shirt on the other day when I picked her up, and I was like, so my girlfriend was like, let's test it. name me 2 Nirvana songs, and she was like, Heart Shaped Box, and I don't know which other one she said, and I was like, she knows them, you know.
Yeah,
She
it's
was
the
like, I
best.
love Nirvana, and I was like, nice, good job, kid. I
It's hard
mean,
to believe Kurt Cobain will have been gone for 30 years coming April 4th of 2024. Just, yeah.
Yep.
Whole people have been born and become adults and then have their own children now since he's been gone.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
crazy.
It is. And
Making me feel old.
it ages us. That's what I was gonna say. We're showing our age now. Matt
It's
says
good that,
playing and singing at the same time blows my mind.
Well, thank you. I wouldn't be able to do it if I hadn't played in so many blues bands and just learned that detachment.
Anger said playing or singing well blows my mind. Off Anger. Shovel said I could barely play guitar, let alone try and talk. You've heard me do both. Oh my god.
It's definite practice. I only picked up singing and playing at the same time during this project as a band. And
Mostly just to give me a chance to breathe, because when
Yeah.
I recorded the album, I didn't really think about having to play it live.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I'm just like, oh yeah, this sounds so cool. And then
I
we had to
can't
do
do
it.
it guys.
Yeah, and then you're like, when am I gonna breathe when we do this
Yeah.
live though? Yeah.
And I didn't leave breath. Well, you start noticing like the first 3 shows that you almost pass out in the middle of songs, and you're like, why? Why is that happening? And oh yeah, because I didn't breathe for 44 seconds straight.
Yeah, like I
You
could play a
still have to
song
pick it up
and
in
sing.
the car.
I could play a song and sing a bit, but to put the effort that this guy puts into the growling, it's just intense, right?
Yeah.
So, for sure.
Thank you, Darren.
Oh,
It
it's
is.
awesome. Yeah, fucking right.
It's not
Oh.
something everybody
Oh.
can do.
Oh.
It's not something that's easy.
It certainly takes a lot out of me.
It takes a lot out of people. And some other people, it's completely like it's like, oh, it looks effortless. Yeah, but they're exhausted. At the end
Oh,
of the show, it's using the
Yeah,
right
but-
muscles, using the right techniques. It's not easy to do. And if
No.
anybody watching or listening decides, oh shit, I want to try to scream and growl, please do your research. Do not hurt yourself.
Right?
Yeah,
Because-
it's heavy stuff. Yeah.
That vocal damage will not be your friend. Hetfield.
Yeah, music is a good way to plug through things, you know, like it's a good way for, you to express your anger safely for if you do it right, especially when you're drumming.
Well, you find that, I found that metalheads, are some of the more peaceful people out there.
Yeah.
Because they get all the aggression out listening to music. And the most aggressive people I've ever found were the ones that listen to country.
I haven't been to a country show yet, so I could not tell you.
But no wonder they're sad. Their wife left them, their dog died, the truck broke down. I'd be pissed too.
I am in North Carolina right now, where when you turn on the radio, it is either country music or gospel music.
So I wouldn't turn on the radio.
Exactly. I put on my Amazon Music or my Spotify, and I listen
That's
to you
right.
guys.
It'd be aux chord o'clock.
It will be the song that never ends.
What's up, Asphalt Jungle in the house? Says
Asphalt
Prison
Jungle.
and Dizzy.
Nice.
And porch swing
Yeah,
is
no,
busted.
The Asphalt Army.
Absolutely.
Porch
See?
swing busted. For real though.
Yep.
Neighbor done took off with their cousin.
Yeah.
Their favorite cousin.
Right? But like you were saying, the metalheads are really big teddy bears. I remember the first show we came to see down here with Dying Oath, Valar Morghulis, who was on the
Oh, yeah.
show, were there, and I was like, oh, I want to go introduce myself, but maybe they'll come on the podcast. And when I walked up to them, I was like, big boys. Like, You know, I was like,
Well, these
holy
dudes are
shit.
huge.
And then I'd start talking, and they're like, "Hi, how are you?" And I was like, "Oh, you guys are so soft and sweet." Like I was expecting like metal dudes, you know, and they were like, "Oh no, that's just on the stage," you know. Even in the
Exactly.
interview, it's just a bunch of goofballs. They were amazing people to talk to. I mean, I love those guys, and it's just the energy is so amazing from these guys. Even the
Yeah, we
girls.
give
I
you
mean,
the energy percent.
you guys hang out with the crew, with the crowd after your shows, like.
Whenever
Yeah,
possible,
yeah.
like as soon as we're done loading in, we stick around. We hang out during the show. Like we're not one of those bands that will finish our set and leave. Once we're there, we're there. Usually we backline most of our shows, which means like we provide the amps and the drums for all the bands playing that night. It's just easier than everybody bringing their own stuff. And I'm really particular about my guitar tone. With us being a 3-piece, I've got to be loud, like Motorhead loud. So we bring my amps, and usually we'll be there until the very last van leaves the parking lot.
Yeah.
It's just our way. You know, we try and be as supportive and positive as we can within our scene to be a force of positive change, because there are bands that don't do things the right way. And rather than chastise them, we'd rather just lead by example.
I love sticking around, listening to the other bands, and then I always love buying a T-shirt. I want all their stickers because we have a battle fridge going.
Yep, we do.
We take all the stickers, they go on the battle fridge in our studio, and it's a nice memory to have of each one. Along with that too, we also we save all our show posters, we print them off, and we frame them and we hang them on the wall here too, so that we can just go, oh, that show, yeah, that was on this date, and that was such a great show. We'll remember it forever that way.
I mean, I think that's an incredible thing to do. I had another band; they had all their flyers behind them during the interview.
Yeah, ours are actually just out of frame.
Just above them.
Yeah.
In between all the guitars.
Just tilt
I can
up.
kind
There
of
we
see.
go. See them?
There we go. Wow, look at those.
Yeah.
That's the setup.
They
is
go all the
beautiful
way
between the
around too.
guitars.
It's not just guitars all the way around. It's guitars and show posters all the way around.
Yeah, I
How do
like
you
playing
pick
the
which
album
one?
too.
How do you pick which guitar to play for?
I
What
always
song?
play the same guitar anyway. I have 43 of these things, and I play one of them. And it's not one you see here. It's on stage. It's actually, it's funny, Buddy mentioned Hetfield, because I do play a James Hetfield model ESPV, or ESP Explorer, sorry. And I've played that in this band since really we started. I bought that guitar to play in this band, because you don't have to really give me much of a reason to buy a guitar. Joining a new band, that's good enough. Yeah.
Yeah, it's your birthday. Okay. Christmas. Yep.
And we played a cover a couple months back in nearby town Guelph, and it was a cover of a Metallica song that is a cover of a Misfits song, and done our way. One of the people in the audience was so impressed that they gave me their James Hetfield pick that they got from a Metallica concert a couple months earlier. He didn't play guitar, it was just in his wallet, and he's like, here, you should use this. I was like, thank you so much, and now it sits in my safe.
That's really cool. But
Right?
all those guitars, to just play one guitar is what it's just, the model, the color,
So every one of these guitars does something different. The sound is slightly different, or the action is slightly different, and I can do certain things on certain guitars that I can't on others. But for me, that Explorer is really the only guitar out of my entire collection that can do everything pretty damn good, whereas every other one will be excellent at one song and kind of weak on another. The
Easier to
Explorer,
bring one guitar instead of bringing 6 guitars when you're going to shows.
that's it. You know, it's just it's a workhorse.
And the van's not that big.
Yeah.
Yeah, so.
We've
I
been
just
pretty
had
lucky
the,
the last little while. We've had a corporate sponsor give us vans for the last couple shows we've needed to do out of town. Shout out to Star Choice Automotive, they're my employer.
it's always good, you know.
Well, it's helpful. I mean, it's easier in a big Sprinter van than it is in a Chevy Uplander.
Yep.
The
No,
Uplander's gotten us places, though.
Yes, it has. The mighty Uplander. Danielson.
but putting all that equipment in there, and like you said, it's just easier to have the van, more room for everything, more.
Oh, yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
where can
everything for
where can
everything.
everybody find you guys? Like, where can we find you guys? On Facebook for sure.
Definitely, we're absolutely on Facebook. We're on Instagram. We're on TikTok, I'm told.
Somebody else runs their TikTok.
Yeah, it's not actually run by us, not gonna lie. But we're also on YouTube. We're on Spotify, Apple Music, and all the major streaming services. We're distributed through Lander, so we're never there.
Recommend our YouTube channel for our live videos.
Definitely.
So
And that's,
Asphalt Jungle
YouTube.
says he knows exactly what you mean. I do all my rhythm tracks with my Paul, clean with my Strat, but all my solos with my Ibanez.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know, everything's got its purpose, right? Like every guitar does something really, really well. Especially if you're good at it, you'll be able to find that certain quality that guitar has that none of the other ones do. And once you find that, you'll know what to do with that guitar. But do I need 43 guitars? Probably not. Do I plan on ever getting rid of any of them? No. If anything, I'll be getting more. Because, you know, I don't have an 8-string yet.
Oh, there we go. We need
plan.
an 8 string. Let's see. Merch. Do you guys have any merch?
Oh, absolutely. We've got,
I'll have to grab some merch.
yeah.
So
We'll have Darren grab a t-shirt out of the van here for us.
Awesome.
But yeah, we got t-shirts available. They've sold incredibly well for us. We've been very fortunate that people are interested in our shirts. Much like our songs all end in "fuck you," it says "fuck you" on the back of all of our t-shirts.
Brilliant. Love it.
Right?
So far, we're looking at making the availability for them online soon. But so far, like if you really want one, you're gonna have to go to one of our shows, or you
could DM us and we could figure it out.
Yeah, we could figure something out.
We're pretty flexible.
Pay
You need
t-shirt,
a
pay the
shirt.
shipping. I mean,
Exactly.
you know, absolutely. It's gonna be pretty much around-ish the same price,
It's a misprint.
whether you use it
I got it
on.
See, how many musicians does it take to grab a t-shirt?
So far,
Well,
2
So far, 2.
for one t-shirt.
Really, only one. But,
There you go.
Mama's Maiden
You
Studio
got
is
it under control.
I can
She
find
is-
things a little bit better.
Mama's
these
Maiden
are
Studio is amazing.
Our stickers.
Nice.
We
I like
so
the
far
logo.
we give these away for free at our shows, and we have our t-shirts.
Very cool.
You
They're
got
nice. Vibrant color. Fuck you. I love it.
back over there. There it is.
I love it.
Once
Mechanic
again.
K, what's up? Yep.
Going on, Mechanic A.
So whenever you guys have it online, let us know. And
Absolutely.
you know, Asphalt says, "Ooh, I gotta get me one." See,
Right?
Yeah.
we got some sales going on now. Let's go. Matt says you should talk to Mama's Maiden. Mama Maiden Studio is amazing at making art. She does not. There you go. DM Anger if you want someone to drop ship shirts. He knows
Could
somebody.
be a little something to look into. Yeah,
So
definitely.
if you're interested, message Anger and he will hook you up.
I saw a
we're-
couple of his out in the wild. Crazy Ellis rocking one of them on his rap stage the other day.
His shirts are crazy. His shirts
It was the
are.
Krang.
Yes, yes, yes. He's right there in the front. I love it. I love it. Mama's Maiden Studios made the new NYXUS podcast logo that you can see on Facebook.
Oh,
It is
nice.
incredible. I told her what I wanted. I said, Goddess Nyx. My name's Melanie Nyx. I said, but try to make her look like me, and there she is. And I was like, holy shit. This is incredible. Well, we're getting close to the end of the episode. Before we go, I gotta ask you guys the NYXUS question. Like I said, it's a question we ask at every episode. There's no bad, there's no wrong answer. It is personal to all of you. Mental health is, like I said earlier, a big thing here at the podcast. So we asked this question to try to see if we can maybe help somebody that might be watching or listening later on. You never know when this advice could help somebody else. The question is, if you had a chance to sit down with a younger version of you, what would you tell yourself at any age? What would you tell yourself?
Just keep on plugging.
I don't think I'd say anything. I think I'd just slap myself for being so stupid.
When I had an opportunity to buy a house a few years ago for $10,000, I would tell myself to take it because I had it in my pocket.
That's some good advice right there.
Right?
Anger says buy Apple stock. Absolutely.
There it is, Anger.
Just keep learning. Right? Keep learning.
But we should be good because I think Rob's still working on the time machine or something. So I think
Oh,
we're gonna be
good.
able to make this happen.
Buy Apple stock, he says.
We're just still waiting on Rob. Rob, where's the time machine? Asphalt Jungle, run when Rob from AOD approaches you. Just kidding. Rob says he got planned. All right, so hit us up when you got that time traveling machine because I really need it.
Yeah, I could use it myself.
So we're going to be on the lookout for you guys in around December for a new album.
Absolutely. Roadkill.
Between there and now, there's a bunch of shows coming up.
Yes, there certainly are. We're playing on the 19th in Toronto at the Junction Underground. We're playing the 21st in St. Catharines with the Electric Dead, the Warehouse Concert Theater. We're playing on the 28th at the Haunting Hell Bash in Toronto at the tail of the Junction with Stuck in Neutral, Zero State, Dawn Valley, Dead Roots, of course, us. And that's going to be the one with the big secret cover song at the end of the night. And we have November 7th in Hamilton with Tangents at the Vertigo. And on the 18th, we're back at Tail of the Junction with Divine Curse, Talbotville Gore, Dawn Valley, and Big Fist, who I've yet to meet. So I'm looking forward to that because anytime we meet a new band in the scene, we get to make new friends.
Absolutely. Asphalt says St. Catharines, my old stomping grounds.
No kidding. I'm from St. Catharines, man. Cool.
There we go. See? It's small world. It's fucking crazy. Well, guys, before I let you guys go, is there anything you want to say to your people that are here right now with us? To the
Thank you
listeners?
so much for the support, right? Thank you so much, everybody, for following, liking, subscribing, paying attention to this crazy three-piece from Canada that just sort of came out of nowhere. We're doing our best to get this new one out for you, and we look forward to seeing every single one of you on the road at the shows. And yeah, as everything, we're gonna end with a small poem. It's roses are red,
Violets are blue.
we're crimson asphalt.
Fuck you.
There you go, guys. Crimson Asphalt, thank you so much for being here tonight. fam that's in the chat right now, I love you guys. Your support means the
Thanks for
world.
coming out, everybody.
Absolutely.
Have a
Skull.
good night. This was the NYXUS podcast.
Go.
Go.